Say, music. Hmm. Good morning, Janelle. Hello, Linda. All right. Woohoo! Let's do this. Good morning. What's today? Tuesday. Oh, man. August 30th. What? Come on in. Come on in. You're joining live. Definitely say hello, good morning, or hi in the comments. If you're joining on a replay, definitely put hashtag replay and put any takeaways you can. And for those of you joining for the very first time, I'm Dr. Disha, cardiologist who deals with all matters of the heart and founder of the Path to Meditation Mastery and Meditation for Female Physician Group, the Heart Centered Living Group, Natural Ritualistic Stress. We'd like to meet you. Good morning, Facebook user. Hello, I see you pop up there. And we try to meet here as much as possible Monday through Friday, 7 to 7:30 Eastern, to have a healthy breakfast for ourselves. So if you're watching this later on the replay, you can say healthy snack, healthy brunch, healthy dinner, whatever it is, it's healthy, so you can have it at any time. And the reason I call it food, it's really food for our souls and spirits, because it's so important that we have a healthy food diet. Of course, as a cardiologist, I'm always talking about lifestyle, diets, exercises, things like that. But for our mind, spirits also, and our intellects also. Rebecca, good morning. Welcome, welcome. And so it's so important that what we are, especially in the morning, that what we are exposing our brain to first thing in the morning when we get up is something that uplifts us, something that makes us think about something that evolves us, right? Because if we just get drawn into the news, the muck, the emails, the to-do, this becomes the mundane life. And then the next thing you know, you're like, what's the point? Right? Or what's going on, right? And so because the tone of the day is really set by what we're experiencing and what we're imbibing in the morning. So welcome, welcome. So I love starting my day this way, and I love to share it with you too, anybody who wants to be here. So definitely tell others and definitely share what we're doing here, because that way the family grows. So, all righty. So let me see here. I'm going to turn this off. Close. Excellent. All righty. So let's do we get messages for the day. I've got these wonderful, wonderful. What's today? August 30th. Here we go. August 30th. Ooh, it's a good one. Ready? We struggle with complexities, but it is the simple things in life that bring the greatest reward. We struggle with complexities, but it is the simple things in life that bring the greatest reward. So it's so funny, right? For some reason, the voice in my head is like, keep it simple, stupid, right? You've heard of that before, right? And I don't like the tone of that one, but that's what, somebody in the past has said that. I've heard that said. We struggle with complexities, but it is the simple things in life that bring the greatest reward. So I'll tell you, I've been on a long stretch of working, and I had the privilege of taking care of a patient yesterday who's actually had a very, very long journey through cancer, and is really has decided that she no longer wants to proceed with chemotherapy and all of those things. But in the midst of all this, she had a heart attack. So come to the cardiologist, right? So we're having a discussion, and it's interesting because the family and the husband, are giving me like every little detail of it. And then this chemo happened, and then that chemo happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. It was like a lot of complex details about the journey. And of course, in medicine, it's really important to have an attention to detail and all of that. And right in this situation, right, it's so important to really take the bigger picture and keeping the simple picture of like, what, all those little details, but this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that actually no longer serve. And it's really, where are we now? How do you want to feel now? What are the decisions that we've made now? And where are we moving forward to? And so we struggle with the complexities, but it is the simple things in life that bring the greatest reward. So again, especially in medical care, and this is what I talk about. This is the life that I live in my work. That there's so many options, especially in cardiology. Like there's this medicine and it does this, and there's that medicine and it does that, and then there's this procedure and that procedure, and we've come such a long way in the advancement in medicine, which is one of the reasons I'm a cardiologist, is because there is so much that we can do for people's hearts to prevent heart disease, to treat heart disease, if you have it, right? And then again, to prevent you from having to deal with heart disease again. But there's always something that we can do. And it's fascinating and it's incredible. And just because we can do something doesn't always mean we should. And so sometimes keeping it simple is actually the best thing that we can do for one individual patient, right? And sometimes it takes a doctor to take that approach to really serve the patient in the way that is best for them, or at least to offer that simplest solution. And so I think that gets lost a lot, especially these days, where people are getting procedures and tests and surgeries that really aren't serving them anymore. And a much, much, much simpler approach is favorable for them. So that's what that comes to mind for me, that statement. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. I'm sure that there's another way to look at that as well, but that's just what's in my head today. So I hope that serves. Definitely, if this brings up a different story or a different way of relating for you, put it in the comments, either now or later, so we can anchor it in for each other. All right. August 30th, Ask and It Is Given. We also talk a lot about the law of attraction here and our vibrational energy. And so today's law is no matter whether you worry or rejoice in your virtual reality, you set up a vibration that the law of attraction matches. Yes. So I always tell my patients, worrying is what? Praying for what you don't want. Worrying is praying for what you don't want. The vibrational energy of worry. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? Right, that vibrational energy is super duper low. And really, what do you want, right? If you're worried that somebody's going to get hurt and something's going to happen to them, right? It's that energy. That's the energy that you're putting out there. But what do you really want? You want them to be safe. You want them to be happy. You want them to be content, right? And the only way we can have that vibration go out to those people is if we are happy, if we are content, if we are peaceful. And so it's so important. Hello, Facebook users. Ooh, oh, I see Amy there. That's what I think about when I'm writing my notes. Just get it done. Say what is going on. Yes, exactly. Yes, Facebook user. Yes, yes, yes. Just get it done. Say what's going on. Exactly. So when we talk about our virtual reality, what's our virtual reality? Our virtual reality is our lives. How do we see it? What's the drama going on out there, right? What's happening? And so no matter whether you worry or rejoice, right? You could be excited and happy that you get to be in this body, right? So no matter whether you worry or rejoice, even though I told you the other day about my patient who has to have an amputation, right? And tells me that he wants to live till he's 99. And so, yes, we can sit and worry and be upset about losing the leg. But guess what? If we don't do it, the soul leaves the body because the body can't keep going, right? So we can rejoice in the virtual reality that I get to do this, that there is an option, that I get to stay in my body. For him, that is a way to rejoice, right? You set up a vibration that the law of attraction matches, right? We could be in that place of, oh, I can't believe I'm going to lose my leg. I know this is an extreme example. I get it. And there are two ways to look at it, right? There's always multiple ways to look at the situation. But if you know that your goal is to make sure your vibration is as high as possible, it will serve you. It will serve you, right? Woe is me, I got to cut off the leg. And there's still something we can do. Wow, I don't have to give up hope quite yet. There's another option. Okay, right? And so I can be in gratitude. Oh, okay, there's people out there who could still help me. Oh, okay, I can still get through it. It ain't going to be easy, but I can try to make it easy, right? I can try to stay in that place of gratitude and grace and try to raise that vibration. It takes work. It's not easy. I get it, because we're not used to thinking in that way. And it can be done. And I know each and every one of us have met people who had, of course, being a doctor, just being a physician, all my physician sisters, we've met incredible human souls who have been through so many medical issues. And I'm always, when I meet these people, I always walk in and I'm like, let me shake your hand, because I'm literally witnessing a miracle in front of me, in front of my eyes. You are a miracle. And they're always like, I'm like, you are. Really amazing. And they inspire. They don't even realize it until we point it out, right? And that's one of the wonderful things about being in the position that we are as physician sisters, as being healers, right? We are in that beautiful role where we can remind people of the miracle that they are, of the light that they are, of all the gifts that they've received. And we can be in awe of them. And they're always like, oh, wow, I never thought of it that way. That is healing, right? Okay, let's see what our Soul's Journey card says for us today. There's an important message in here. What is it? Let's see. This one. Ooh, success. Do you see it? There it is. I know that there is no greater goal than... There's no greater goal than what? You want to guess? What do you think? Can anybody guess what it's going to be? I know that there is no greater goal than... Ooh, what is this? Facebook, set a vibration that the law... Hang on, here we go. Set a vibration that the law of that matches you, yeah? All right. I know that... Yes. Oh, Amy! You got it. No greater goal than to love. Exactly. Success can mean many things to the ego self. I know for me growing up, it was all about getting on the honor roll, getting 100% on my test, getting my, summa cum laude or magna cum laude, getting Phi Beta Kappa, getting into med school, becoming a doctor, becoming a cardiologist, getting all the letters behind my name, right? The ego self says that for a long time. I thought that's what success meant. So success can mean many things to the ego self. But the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it is a time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. The soul doesn't care how big your house was, or how nice your car was, or how many bank accounts you had. The soul only cares about how you expressed love and compassion. In the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive. And even your ego's definition of success is altered. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy will not have the same appeal. Isn't that the truth? I know for me, as I've been on my spiritual journey, yes, peace. This can't be more true for me, at least, and maybe for many of you too, right? It's like the material things in the world don't hold as much importance. One of the things that I've been pondering about a lot lately has been about the transition of my parents. And they're getting older. My mother has dementia, and my dad is going to be 90, and he's still working and going strong. And yet I know that the time is coming, maybe for my mother sooner, even though my mom's younger. But either one, it doesn't matter. Like, obviously that's going to happen. And the thought, I was telling my sister, I was like, listen, it's going to happen. And I just want us to make sure that we can be as loving as possible as we go down that road for ourselves. So like loving to ourselves and loving to our parents as well. It's not about whatever logistics. It's just about if we can get through all of that experience when it happens with a lot of love for each other, let that be our guide, right? I know many of you have lost your parents or your grandparents or whoever, you've navigated through, your spouses, maybe your children, right? And that was a big thing for us too when Ria's soul left her body. The only thing I wanted to make sure, and it was like this deep driving force. It was even before I did any spiritual work whatsoever. It was just like, this is my opportunity. Like the day that we went to the hospital to see what's going on and to make whatever decision we needed to like decide, are we going to keep going, or are we going to take her off the ventilator? What's going to happen? But all I knew was, this is my opportunity to show as much love as possible in the human form. And that's the only goal I have. And it's funny because I knew exactly what to do, even though I never thought about this stuff before. And so there's also having faith and trust, that with that intention of love being your guide, peace being your guide, that you will always know exactly what to do in the right moment. And so some of us are maybe a little bit of a control freak in planning, right? And I know you are, right? And we want to plan everything out, but as we know, that life does not go as planned always. And so that's where faith comes in. And so our definition of success is, were we loving, right? Even with our patients, were we loving? So I hope that serves someone. Hopefully there's a takeaway there. Let love be your guide. That's really it. That's really it. What is the most loving thing I can do in this moment? What is the most, and when you feel like you've lost your vibration, or where you feel like you've dropped below 50%, we've talked about that before. What is the most loving thing I can do in this moment for myself? If you ask yourself that question, start there. And then is, what is the most loving thing I can do in this moment to help this soul in front of me? Patient, family member, friend, neighbor, whoever. Let love be your guide. Exactly. Always. And I know it sounds so trite. And it's true with a capital T, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and anchor this in. Let us marinate in all of this beautiful wisdom that we've received from all over, and get comfortable. Wherever you're sitting, it's time to meditate. Close your eyes and visualize your heart in the center of your chest with 2 nostrils, one in the right ventricle, one on the left. And let's take a 4 count in, like inhale, hold for 2, and exhale for 8. And as we're doing this, let love be your guide. Okay? So let's take a deep breath into our hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. And exhale. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe normally. And keeping this intention of letting love be our guide, we're going to ask ourselves the 4 soul questions. Question 1. Who am I? Who am I? Second question. What do I want? What is my deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Third question. As we let love be our guide, let's ask ourselves, what is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Keep filling yourself up. All the things you're grateful for, one after another. This chair, this house, air, my job, my things, my family, my children, my patience, this wisdom. And rest. Rest in existence. Rest in awareness. Rest in consciousness. Just rest. And as we rest, I'll pronounce 4 intentions. Just repeat them silently and release them into being. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. And when you're ready, you can slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes. Rub the tops of your legs. Flutter open your eyes. Give yourself a big stretch. Oh, let's bring your palms together to your heart center and give yourself a little bow of gratitude for bringing yourself here today to remind yourself that you can allow love to be your guide. And when we fill up with a healthy breakfast from this place, let's give a blast of love and light energy out to all of our family, our friends, our community, our patients, our city, our state, our country, to all the countries on this planet, to every single brother and sister soul on this planet. And then from there, we can give a blast of that energy out into the universe. And then from there, it gets boomeranged right back to us. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Put your takeaways in the comments. Anchor it in. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Sending you all love. Oh, I have to put it in here. There we go. Share. Namaste. Yes. Oh, Michelle, I see you. Love it. You got it, girl. Let's do it. And come back and tell us how it went.